So we're here today with Manami Aoki, an opera
Yes,
singer who did the soundtrack for a movie called The Last Passenger, which was in the New York City Independent Film Festival this past year. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
sure. I grew up in Miyagi Prefecture in Japan, where Takashi Horie, the director, is from as well. The movie was about 311 earthquake, which happened 2011. So until then, I didn't really have a connection with the music or classical music especially. But after the disaster, there was a soprano singer came to my hometown, and then I started pursuing um, classical singing. And I went to a conservatory in Japan, and then after that, I moved to New York, which was 2016.
So was The Last Passenger your first movie you ever made?
Yes, as the soundtrack, this was the first time that my recording was used in the movie. Yeah, when director asked me, I sent him a couple of songs, classical pieces I recorded before, and I had no idea how he's gonna use a French song, the Cher Nuit, that I was singing. And when I watched the movie for the first time, I was shocked. He put my name on the screen as well.
Oh, you sang.
Actually, yeah, he actually introduced me as a person in the movie, not like just putting my name on the ending role. He actually let actress say the word, my name. So I was very moved and felt very supported by him because he was trying to introduce, artists like us, like young artists. My direction shifted this year. I started making something original rather than just singing classical pieces, operas or the pieces that was written like 100 years ago, right? Usually. So this year I made a show, like kind of a musical, operatic musical, that is called Opera is Boring. So then my concept was bringing opera more accessible because, we have less people listening to opera nowadays. What I did with the music was bringing famous opera tunes, and then I completely changed the lyrics so that the lyrics matches to the story I wrote, and people liked it. Yeah, people liked it so much.
When you wrote this piece, did you direct it or did you get a director to direct it?
Yes, I had a director who is a professional director and an actor as well. First, he was gonna say no, but then I wrote like letters saying like we already got the venue. I already have all the singers, performers, and we are ready to go. And then he couldn't say no. And
And what's his
the
name?
show, um, Hiroshi Takayama. He's done many show in Japan, all over Japan. So I hope one day he can come to New York and then do the show too.
So how did it feel, seeing your performance for the first time?
Yeah, I was a performer too. So we had four singers, including me, and then three musicians as well. Because the director was great and another singers acted really well, we got so much laughters from the audience, which it was beyond my expectation. I wrote a lot of jokes, small jokes or big jokes or the storyline too. It's basically, you know, at the end of the day, you feel like, what was this about? It's not like you're seeking for love or you're going to find like a deep meaning of life or anything. It's just something that we can laugh about. There was no moment I felt like, oh, we did it, we did it. People are laughing. That's great. I was always, "Ah, keep going, keep going. We need to be done." And then when I watched it the first time, I was like, wow, people are actually laughing. And then I didn't even remember they were like a standing ovation until people told me because I was
You were
so
so
nervous.
nervous.
Yeah, nervous, and then it felt like so much responsibility. After this, we have to get out the theater in an hour. That was in my head all the time. So, but right now, overall, feels so good, and then we have a lot of requests to do to reproduce the show next year. So we about to start working for that too.
So do you usually do solo pieces, or do you usually are part of an opera and you sing with other performers?
It really depends on the concert, I think. The Carmina Burana I did in May was with the chorus people. And then we have three soloists, and then I was the soprano soloist. But we are still performing with the chorus people
Mhm.
and also orchestra people. But for the concert, I really like collaboration with the people.
Mhm.
So, well, I do the collaboration, of course, with the pianist, but then this year we did with the shamisen.
Okay.
So that is such a it's traditional Japanese instrument, has the unique sound,
Mhm.
and opera was born in Europe. So we brought together and we found some piece that which one is Japanese traditional song and then one is Western song. But if we perform together, somehow it matches completely. So we did some unique collaboration this year. And I like to sing with other people. I think I like to work with in a team.
Mhm.
Um, the show, I feel like it's a we are a team. Anything happen, we'll try to get through together. It's
Mhm.
not like you're just singing by yourself and yeah. So yeah.
Would you suggest that a young girl sitting there trying to figure out what do I want to do in my life, that she'd be an opera singer? Or would you
Oh,
suggest she be an actor? Which do you think you would suggest would be more
so
interesting?
good. Well, I think people are happy when they do what they love. If you like to play, play. If you like to sing, then sing, you know. It's hard to actually for me, it's very hard to have a stable life just doing music, but still make myself happy. And I still have a lot I want to discover and then I want to create. Oh, actually, one thing. I started doing this project called Miyagi Children, which I wanted to provide children what I didn't have growing up in this suburb in Japan, which was the financial support and connection and information. As I said, because of the earthquake and the tsunami, we had a lot of help. And then I met this soprano singer. Then I encountered classical singing. But until then, I didn't really have the opportunity. We don't have opera theaters here, not much concerts are going on. During COVID, I came back to Japan and I became a music teacher for a while. And then that time I realized the level of the music education is a totally different. I felt like these kids, they have great talents, but then they don't have a teacher who can teach, or they don't have information, or they're not blessed as other people. I mean, financially. So we started this project to help children to apply for a competition. So this year we helped 12 children. So we provided them with the application fee and their travel fee. Out of 12, 11 children received the prize. And then the reason why we are doing this is because the winners concert of this competition is held in New York City in Carnegie Hall. Last year, I've been watching the winners concert and then thought, well, it would be cool if I can see children from my hometown. I don't know if I can do a lot, but even little impact, if we can make,
Well,
then
your little impact will lead to somebody else doing a little impact, which will lead to somebody else doing a little impact, and
yeah,
that's how it works. So it's
yes,
great. I'm happy for you. That's great.
sorry, I talk too much.
No, no, no. This is all great stuff. I love it. I love it.